Hello, fellow Megatennists, and welcome to another episode of Hello, fellow Megatennists. With me is Glib.
Yo.
Spider.
Hey.
And Neb.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about stuff that you probably already know about. But we have a lot of news that's not Persona related. So if you're a D2 fan, you'll love it.
Oh, yeah.
I guess first we can talk a little bit about Anime Expo. Feels kind of like it's a one-sided argument or one-sided topic. Anime Expo happened, and that was cool.
It was fun.
We all went, right?
No.
Spirit.
This was like the first time that they sold a lot of Jack Bros related content. Like, I don't know if you guys saw everything that they had, but they had like sweaters, water bottle, a bunch of different keychains. And do you guys know how well that sold?
I do not. How much? What did it sell like?
It sold bad.
Oh, well.
Damn, for real.
I saw people going, "Who are these? Or like, why are they selling this?" So there's a lot of brand confusion, I think, at least with the Western audience, because a lot of these Persona 5 people didn't know who or why Jack Frost is relevant. So that was interesting. I think the only other big deal that happened at Anime Expos, I did a cosplay meetup, and that was cool. There's Persona 2 cosplayers there. There was a chick, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Chicka, you know who I'm talking about? The blue-haired girl?
Yeah.
And it was fun. All of this, all the people in this podcast were there.
No, that's not true.
And we all had a good time. It was great. Also,
I didn't know that fact about the brand confusion. That's pretty funny. So like they didn't see stupid anime cat, and they were like, I don't know who these characters are. I don't see the cat. I don't see Joker. I don't know what this is.
So okay,
I don't know who the Atlas mascot is. Wow.
It was weird because I kept periodically going back to Atlas's booth. For the first 2 days, it was packed, like nonstop. You couldn't get enough of being in line for that booth. But by the middle of the third day, which is usually the day that most sales tend to kind of drop off anyway, this is the first time I've seen it just completely empty to the point where I just was talking to Atlas's employees, and yeah, they're kind of just saying anything with Morgana's face on it sold well. Anything with Jack Frost's face on it didn't. So they sold a weird, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a plushie of Jack Frost. I didn't like it. It was really bad looking. But they also sold a comparable Morgana one, and that one sold pretty well. Not enough to sell out, but it sold better. They had so much leftover stuff that they might actually put it onto the store. So that's good if you guys like Alice's web store. But not much could be said in terms of their sales being good for anything that wasn't Persona 5 related. The Catherine stuff also, from what I was told, didn't sell particularly well. I think they had a keychain and a couple shirts or something.
And boxers that...
Oh, yeah,
why would they think that would sell?
Yeah, that's a weird. I mean, that doesn't surprise me the least bit. The fact that Catherine wasn't, doing gangbusters in sales, but that is a bizarre sort of. It makes sense. It's on brand, but it's a weird piece of merch.
Yeah, I mean I think the two weirdest things was that, and then the Jack Frost socks, because I don't think I ever thought, man, I want Jack Frost on my feet. But I guess
that's a fetish.
You never know, man. You never know.
The imported keychains are nice though, the metal ones.
Yeah. So those were the only thing that I felt were of a good quality in terms of like just build. A lot of the other things, the plushes, you can just see where the seams are kind of stitched on or where they use fabric glue. It was really weird, but I guess they must have had it made in bulk very quickly. All of it was made in China. But the metal keychains that are part of that Jack Frost and Friends, or I think it's called Hee Ho Jack Frost. That line, it was really good. They have like a weird semi-transparent ink they use for the blue for Jack Frost and the purple for Black Frost. It's nice.
That sounds pretty neat.
The Persona mascot one was pretty nice looking too.
Oh, I didn't get that one. So.
I kind of wanted the Jack Bros jacket, but I didn't.
I felt the material, and I just didn't like it. I was actually gonna get it just because I was like, oh, Jack Frost, but it felt not very good. The mug thing was actually good though, because it has a loose leaf tea strainer, so then you could make tea in it, which I like.
Oh, that's nice.
In other, I guess, Western related news, there's an art show announced for Sojima's art, and it's going to be in LA. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the first time Sojima's even doing an art show?
I don't know. No, I think he's done something in Japan once, a gallery or something for Persona 5.
Oh yeah, I think that was at the train station or something, right?
I don't remember, but I'm surprised he's coming all the way over here. He seems like a shy guy.
Shy guy. Sorry, it's like Mario. But yeah. It's
wow.
Crazy that that's happening here. Like when I first saw it announced, I couldn't believe that Sojima would come and do this. The only time that Sojima or Kaneko or any of I think Doi came too, was just for E3. They all came for different things. So I was really surprised that they feel confident enough in this event. And I think it's going to do pretty well because this is a free event.
A lot of people like Sojima, so it should do well, I think. They just need to get the word out.
What, Glib?
Sorry. Get us the interview, man. Get it. We need it. I'm trying to go big. Get us the interview, man. I'm trying to go big.
I don't think anyone can translate.
He can try. Just ask the questions in English and be like, nice. Okay, all right. So anyway,
I want to ask where Kaneko is. I'm just afraid.
He's living.
He's gonna walk away.
Just learn only that in Japanese.
He's gonna throw his drink in my face. I don't know. I just imagine that it'd be super insulting, and he would.
He's living the hermit dream. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I was like, so when I was researching Kaneko, there's all these things that he used to do or wanted to do. So it's the hermit thing was the thing he said most recently. But early on, he wanted to be a dancer. And then there was a thing where he wanted to do fashion. So I'm he's doing one of these dreams. But Sojima would know.
He's on their way in.
I don't know. Sojima might not know. He's probably busy overworking himself.
True, yeah. But I'll give it to Sojima. He's working pretty hard lately. With 3 projects, he's working himself. But in saying that, I think it's interesting. They're going to be doing some special posters, I believe, for both Catherine and Persona 5 Royale. Royal, I don't know why I keep saying Royale. And they might have merch. I don't know what else. So their event page talks about having a panel as well as having 2 signing times where he'll come out and sign some posters. I hope that the panel actually does happen, but if it happens, it'll kind of devolve into some weird questions. I don't have a lot of hope in American fans not asking dumb things.
For things we already know.
Yeah. I feel like there's going to be are we going to get a Switch port?
That'd be funny if there was 15 people lined up and every single one of them asked that.
I would love to see that episode
or they get the answer and they're like, thank you, and they go to the back of the line. It's just an eternal idiots.
That's, you can see the exact moment. One of the things I was hoping is that they live stream whatever they do, because if there's a panel, I think that's something that's super easy to kind of showcase to the world who like it's weird that they're doing so many LA centric things, you know. So I'm hoping that they do something so other people can appreciate it. Otherwise, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean it's a big city, and I guess it's the most easily accessible from Japan. So I don't know. Maybe they have contacts there, and it makes it a lot easier for them to set that up.
Yeah, I mean, well, it helps that Atlas's home base is in Orange County, so it's about 30 miles from where this event is going to take place.
That would make sense.
And then speaking of art, and also Persona, because Sojima is Persona, Kaneko's next volume of his Kaneko Works set is going to be released this month, or this year, actually. Kaneko Works 8. It's going to have Persona 1 and 2 art. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I already have a book with Persona art in it, so I'm not too excited.
I haven't bought any Persona Kaneko art books yet, but I'm looking forward to doing so. But I heard that these are like already collected in a book though. How's that work? It's like a recollection, I guess, or something. How's that?
So if it's anything like the Devil Summoner stuff, it's just going to be bigger because the Devil Summoner books are smaller, or the books that have the Devil Summoner art is a lot smaller than the Kaneko Works art books. And there's a definite like increase in quality because it's like hardbound. And I guess if you're someone who likes consistency, then you're going to want it to all be the same instead of having these random books that are of different sizes, I guess. But there's also some value in the sense that there's at least one confirmed like write-up that's going to be in the book, which wasn't in the last 4 Kaneko Works books. And this write-up is done by, I forget his name, but he's involved with Strange Journey Redux. He wrote like almost all of he like did that book, Megatennists Maniacs. He actually is the one that's edited all the information together and put all the statements from all the different staff. So he has some knowledge of Persona and stuff. And he also worked on Persona 2, but I don't know to what degree. I think he was an event planner. So I guess the long and short of it is that there's actually going to be some new info, at least. Whatever this guy has to say might be interesting. But that means that there's for sure not going to be in the book. So no new statements from Kaneko.
Well,
how much is it going for?
Something new.
What?
How much is it going for?
This one's the cheapest one. It's like 2,900-ish yen, so like less than $30.
Almost had a heart attack before you said yen.
Most of the books kind of sell, like their original sell price is usually around 3,500, so about $32, $33. This one is cheaper, but I think the amount of pages is about normal. It's like 128 pages or so.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's bad if you already have the art.
Fair enough.
But I guess one of the theories I had about it is I guess they're going in chronological order now. Maybe. So are we to expect, what's the next release? Devil Summoner 1? Or no, actually, yeah, Devil Summoner 1. Rido, I mean.
Right. Yeah, Rido, Strange Journey, Devil Saga, and what else needs art? Makin? No, Makin has the, well...
Yeah, Makin has its own thing, but I'm like, if they're if they're willing to just repackage these things that we already have into a Kaneko Works book, then I don't see why they wouldn't like use Makin somewhere. I almost feel like they would do a thing where Makin and Strange Journey would be put together just because they probably wouldn't have enough.
Yeah, probably.
I would get that book. That sounds like a cool combo.
That sounds like that's like the best art all put together. So are you guys going to get the Kaneko Works books by any chance?
Maybe some of them, not all of them. That's too expensive.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it. I really like his stuff, but it's a question of, number one, I have too many fucking books already. Second of all, I don't know if I want to spend that much money.
Yeah.
definitely want the first and the third one.
Yeah, I would say 1 through 3 are the best value. Especially if you get the originals, not the reprints, because the reprints don't have the posters and stuff. But the original ones are good. And they have statements from Kaneko, like an interview in the back, all around better books.
I like art books, so I'll probably get them eventually. I don't know when, though.
This is like a random thought, and I know that I deviate a lot, but I'm going to be quick. I have been trying to get that D2 art book, the anniversary one.
You mentioned that.
But I didn't want to import it, so I've been going to like the Japanese bookstore that usually has this sort of thing, and they don't have it. It's really annoying. They have the art book for that one Tadashi Satomi video game, that new one that's basically like Caligula.
Caligula?
They have that art book, but they don't have the D2 anniversary book, which is really annoying to me. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm really annoyed by that too. That's a good point.
Did you guys know that Alice is broke now?
Yeah, this. We're moving into the clickbait section. It turns out Atlas lost all of its money, and now they're gonna have to be stuck on the street selling off all their Jack Bros merch that they mistakenly printed too much of.
That's what happens when you make 10 bad games in a row.
Don't do this. That joke.
Damn.
I know that was a joke, but oh my god, that's like the number one like comment in response to this article. This article was published by Persona Central, and it just kind of aggregates the information that Atlas lost 904 million yen, which is $8 million-ish in real money.
The only money that matters.
And people are freaking out. Did you guys read that story?
I skimmed it. I didn't read it.
I had heard of it.
I've read it, and then I read the comments and regretted reading comments.
Yeah. The comments are pretty much the worst thing. I'm going to sort it by best.
Yeah, give us a couple. No, do the opposite. Sort it by least best.
It only gives me 3 options: by best, newest, and oldest.
Well, do best and scroll the bottom of the page.
It's okay. 99% of them didn't read it either.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's see. These increased money losses each time are starting to be foreboding, though. I only hope P5R, Aegis Rim, and Catherine Full Body US Edition will make up for it. Also, sooner they get out SMT5, the better. That one's not too bad.
That's pretty cool. I want that guy to manage my portfolio.
The guy, then this guy, Switch is the hottest console right now, especially in Japan, but not just there. And Atlas doesn't have a single game there after 2 years. That tells you everything.
Yep. You know how much money they would have lost if they put every game on Switch? 0. They'd be Amazon. They'd have a CEO who could buy the moon.
Kaneko Bezos.
Because every single Switch user would have bought the game 50 times, which is what Switch users are known to do. They're not known to just ask for a port repeatedly and then never actually buy the game.
I'm going to read one more. Wait, so me importing the Persona 5 Dancing Vita double pack with soundtrack for $50 didn't help them with their sales? I'm utterly shocked.
My man does not understand global trade.
So, I mean, that's like
such a cool solipsistic take on it, though. It's like this person's purchase did not keep this company afloat in his mind. Like, does he think that every company is a client to him, like specifically?
Yes. Each $50, since it's $50 in American money, it's valued much higher, you know?
That's true. Yeah, he's American. He has real money, and he's given them real money. That's the only reason they've existed. Didn't exist before him. 13 years ago, they didn't exist then.
So, suffice to say, this article is essentially saying Atlas was back or paying off debt accrued through their previous owner, and Index, yes. And not only that, but they went through a process of hiring nearly 200 new staff, and they created a new studio, Studio Zero, which all of those things cost money. I know that for like jobs in my field, the cost of hiring is anywhere between like $2,000 to $7,000. So I can only imagine that times 200 for Japanese people. I think Japanese people might be more valuable or something. So, and then they also reported in the same article that the following games sold very well, are exceeded expectations: Persona 3 Dancing, Persona 5 Dancing, Etrian Odyssey, never heard of that, PQ2, Catherine Full Body, and 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I guess that's just the music and art thing, though.
The demo.
The demo. But, and yeah. Oh, yeah, because you buy the music and art and it comes with the prologue or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they're saying that everything in terms of their sales has been good and that they're still in the process of becoming a medium sized company. They're trying to go from being indie, I guess, or like small, because I believe initially they had less than 100 or so staff. Now they have over 300. They're trying to get bigger, and all of these are kind of just like growing pains. But people are just dumb. I guess the gist, if you wanted to summarize and skip to the podcast's point, people are dumb, especially people who like Atlas.
Right, exactly.
These are facts.
It's also like a good idea to post losses sometimes. Like, it's very beneficial for companies to do that. And it's partly the fault of like reporters for not understanding that and being like, oh, they posted a loss, so they're going to die now. They're losing. It's like they're losing blood.
Instead of saying, hey, they have enough money to pay off their debt now.
For sure. I mean, I will say that this article's headline is probably the worst. They actually edited it so they originally said Atlas reports net loss of 904 million yen fiscal year, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically it. So they edited it to also include strong package game sales. And it doesn't even make any sense within the context of the sentence. So the whole title is kind of broken now, but I guess they realized that their clickbait was too strong.
Yeah. Good try.
But I mean, at least they got a bunch of money from ads and stuff. I don't even have my ad blocker on now, so they got even more money right now.
Why would you ever turn it off? What is wrong with you?
I don't know. So Atlas is broke, and soon we'll get everything cheap, but SMT5 will never come out. In the meantime,
it's gonna be a phone game, dude. They're downsizing.
I hope it is. I hope D3 is going to be just SMT5 is going to be just packaged as a sequel to D2.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Every Dx2 purchase for gems pays an Atlas Persona Atlas employee salary for that week.
Yeah.
Right now.
So I guess China is keeping them afloat. I can't wait to talk about D2 in this podcast. But first,
we're getting there. First, we're talking about a much cooler game that everyone likes.
Yeah, new Persona 5 stuff. So if you guys have saw the Famitsu scans, you can see some of the crazy new designs and names for the third rank or third tier personas for at least 3 of the characters. And those personas are William for Ryuji. And then I forget the rest.
Celestine.
Oh yeah, so is it Celestine? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I think it's Celestine. I think that's right.
Yeah. The only one I remember is Skeleton, which is like weird. It's a weird like progress because he's a skeleton and he's like a cool pirate skeleton, then becomes like a dumb Wukong. So yeah, it's like punk rock Wukong, and then it goes back to a skeleton, which I like, but it's very strange.
The last one was Gorokichi also.
Yeah, and that's I forget his name, Yusuke. That's Yusuke's, and then Celestine is Anne's or On, which they need to redo the voice acting and not call her On.
I think they're just pronouncing it wrong.
For sure. That it bothers me. That's actually one of the things about the game. Like one of the low points of the game is whenever they say her name.
I think it's cool that they're using the newer personas. It's basically real people almost, or I guess not the character they play, but the person. So like Celestine is the first actress for Carmen, and Goro Kichi is Goemon's nickname or something he earned while training under his master. And then William is, William.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't really mind that much, but it is sort of a strange thing. Like, is this supposed to be the final? So, when you max out their social link, you get the upgraded version. What is this going to be? Is this like you max out everyone's and they get them, or what?
I feel like it's going to be related to whatever the new girl's like story is. So I feel like Kasumi somehow affects it. And if you notice, all the characters, all the new personas are all younger versions of the character, or like Spider said, they're like the original. And the way they're dressed is also kind of younger. So I almost feel like that they're not like the final ones. They're probably going to be the first versions or something. I don't know.
That's a good point. Maybe.
But I also like
the true self.
Yeah.
I hope if it's a true self, it makes sense too, because they're all dressed like kids and like their personas look like they're dressed like kids, I guess, or how kids would perceive cool, and it fits with what those characters would kind of think is cool, I guess. Except Yusuke, I don't remember his character enough to be able to say.
You're just mad because he's the same person as you.
No.
You're both into art. You both spend lots of money on dumb things.
Wait, what does he spend money on? Lobsters or something?
He lives in a ghetto. It's all the same.
No. So first of all, I have social skills, so that's different already. I don't
think you do because you're the Yusuke mind. You think you do. You're like, I'm doing great, and everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So first of all, if this podcast was people from Persona 5, you would probably be that Oya, that drunk girl. That's who I imagine you as. And then Glib would probably be Ryuji. She's the least interesting. How dare you?
That's why I gave you that.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Don't ever. Okay, so I know. I gave you Ryuji because I feel like you'd be a good bro, and Ryuji's like one of the best bros in like modern Persona. So there, I gave you a compliment instead of an insult.
Wow, a compliment for once.
I know.
Don't get used to it.
But I will say, like, fair, like, future warning: don't ever compare me to Yusuke. Like,
I found a new bit, boys.
I like legitimately started getting angry.
Hell yeah!
I hate him so much, and the thing that makes it worse is that I love Goemon. So, like, for him to have like a character that I actually really like is like it's horrible. But anyways, his Goemon looks like the guy from Fifth Element. Yeah,
with the hair. Yeah,
I've got
super green.
I've got a pink robe just like his.
See, but shouldn't we just always focus on Persona 5? I feel like the best discussions come from when we talk about Persona 5.
It's the only good video game. I mean, I don't know.
It's the only one with news.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that can make it better is if there was some sort of like stage play. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what I was thinking. I just beat the game for the 7th time, and I didn't romance anyone. I never do because it's disrespectful of the canon. And now I'm like, what's the next step? I love the theater, and what happens? They announce a Persona 5 stage play.
The less burdens of Morgana that exist, the happier I am.
I don't like I don't dislike Morgana as much as I dislike Yusuke. So like Morgana could exist.
Ugh.
I think I'm gonna hate human Morgana with a passion.
Dude, you know what they should do? They should do a CGI. So they should do the stage play, right? And let's do a CGI film based on the play where Morgana is a creepy CGI human cat, a la Cats
or Death Note.
You see that shit?
I saw screen caps of it.
So I mean,
for the most horrifying thing. Sorry, we have to talk about the real news here, which is Cats.
Their proportions are very odd. I don't like how small they are.
I've seen the original one. It was the only thing. I was only allowed to watch musicals when I was in Catholic boarding school.
so I've seen.
Okay, hold on. We have to go in this rabbit hole. First of all, Catholic boarding school. You're forced to be around Catholic people always. Horrible. Second, the only entertainment you have is musicals? The worst medium of entertainment in the world?
It's why I don't like musicals.
Jesus, I don't like them, and I wasn't Ludovico techniqued, fucking eyes peeled back at the chapel, forced to watch those.
I wasn't forced to, but it was like the only thing we had that wasn't the same old. So
That's fucked up.
So I guess the next episode will be us performing this podcast as a musical.
Oh, spare me.
Kill me.
Have mercy.
It'll be worth it if we get turned to creepy CGI cats that everyone hates.
Ooh.
Absolutely cursed.
All right, but anyway, what is there really to talk about with this play? Do they have news about is there anyone cool who's going to be in it, who's an actor or anything, or what?
They've announced the actor for main guy, and it's Hiroki Ino. I don't know who that is, but that's the actor.
His hair looks greasy.
I mean, I imagine that Joker's hair is greasy in general, so it works. Like, I don't think Joker would be someone I'd want to be around. I feel like he smells bad, but that's like all the cast, with the exception of like. So I mean, think about it. He's around Futaba a lot, and Futaba.
Yeah, she definitely stinks for sure. I'll agree with that.
And that's pretty much that's it. That's all I have. And he lives in a attic. Like, this is a never-ending story. Addicts aren't okay. Okay. So this guy Hiroki Ino, he's gonna be in the Persona 5 stage play. He's been in The Last Samurai.
What?
Yeah,
that movie good? I didn't see it.
No, it's not good, but it exists. He's also in My Hero Academia, the Ultra stage, which I guess is another stage play, where he played Tenya Ida, who's the guy with the shooting legs thing, or I think.
Sure. Yep. Okay.
I know a lot about it because I watched My Hero Academia after Anime Expo, so I know all about it. It's just Naruto, but instead of
Naruto is good.
Yeah, it's Naruto, except if no one ever gets, if it's not interesting. Naruto's good.
Okay.
Say something, Nep. Say something, bro. Say something, bro.
Naruto's for children.
Like, you're really close to being kicked out of this podcast now.
Naruto's trash, dude. Fuck you.
You're so close.
Naruto is about friendship and family and trusting your bros, bro.
It's about garbage. For garbage.
So this guy's been in a lot of musicals. Like, I think his only claim to fame is being in The Last Samurai, where he plays a real life person, Takatoshi Iwamura, who is a politician in old Japan. But everything else he's been in is essentially stage plays, like Bleach, stage play, and whatever. So I guess we can expect good singing. Not that any of us are going to know what it sounds like unless it's recorded, like the Persona 3 and 4 ones were, I believe.
Yeah, do they know how to sing?
I've literally never watched any of those. I think the Persona 3 one's called like Weird Masquerade or something, and Persona 4 one, I don't know, Golden Masquerade maybe.
Well, hope they learn.
Well, let's hope for the best. I mean, I suspect it'll be good because I've never heard anything bad come of the other plays, and that's good.
I saw some screen caps and some video of it, and they look really cringy. So,
what can you expect from anime?
It is
That's
Persona.
fair.
You never know.
I mean, it's no Naruto.
You're right. It is good. You're saying you're right. It is no Naruto.
Insane.
So, other good news or bad news, or I guess it's news. P2's translation project for Eternal Punishment is progressing. Glib knows all about it.
Persona 2 for PSP coming never. You might be able to play it in 3019 maybe if you're lucky. I don't know.
Yeah, so you can start playing the original game, and then you'll be put into hypersleep because the combat is so fucking boring that by the time you wake up, it'll finally be translated in the far distant future.
I gotta say, when people say Persona 2's combat system is better than Persona 1, I just don't believe them.
They're lying every time, bro. They put it on auto and just assume that because it felt better, that was better, bro. They're lying. Bro.
That's what I really do believe that with all my insides.
20% isn't too bad. It's the hacking they're having problems with, right?
I assume so. I haven't played Persona 2 yet myself, but I can wait for it, to be honest. I'm not really bugging about it.
Yeah, not particularly super excited for that, but I'm always glad to hear about new projects, about people bringing over stuff that isn't previously accessible for people who don't know dumb languages.
And it'll be nice to be able to transfer my save file over from Innocent Sin.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I think you need a certain route or something to unlock Tatsuya's scenario or something. I don't know. Oh, we'll see when we get there.
Speaking of news, I guess that's probably it for Persona 5. Although, is there any update on that? There was like an escape room or something. Were they doing that in America or no?
Nah, staying in Japan, but they announced merch for it, so that's kind of cool.
Okay.
Maybe eventually. They usually bring those kinds of things over, don't they?
Yeah, especially that company, Scrap, they typically bring it over to America.
Is the merch on site or online?
Not sure.
Lame.
It's nothing good, though.
I don't care then.
You mean I can't buy curry boxes?
What is with that curry box thing?
I don't know.
What?
They have coffee flavored curry for sale on one of the sites. Was it for the dancing one or was it for the concerts? I forgot.
I think it was the dancing one, to be honest.
That sounds absolutely horrid. Who
Yeah.
wants that?
But there's been some food related Megaten merch before. So get this, there's the Jack Frost snow cones. There's also the Raito 2 ramen, instant ramen. What else? There's one other one that was kind of weird. For that D2 anniversary event, they sold those D2 buns, which I really wanted, but I couldn't get anyone to sell it to me.
Yeah, they have the booze too, right? They have the booze one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, which is probably the best merch because, only adults play SMT, so only adults bought that.
I bet that stuff probably tastes like garbage, though, right?
I haven't tried it. It was made by a small company, so I feel like it's probably good. I saw a listing for it on someone was trying to resell it for not too much more than its original price, and I was tempted to buy it in order to actually try it because I don't want to open mine. Maybe that mystery. We can do a podcast where we'll all meet up and we'll just drink the.
But I can't drink.
You can smell it.
Well, we'll do it at the end of the world so that it's fine.
I don't think I want to smell it, to be honest.
It's gonna smell like alcohol, like literally like rubbing alcohol. Sake doesn't smell good.
Oh, is it all sake? I don't know if that ages very well.
So it's weird. Okay, so they purposely, I feel like they made the human or the neutral root one taste bad because that one's just Japanese sake, but the law root one and the chaos one are like fruity wine. So
a white wine and red wine.
Yeah. And I feel like those will probably taste good. So those ones are, I guess, meant to be like, okay, well, humanity root is bad because it tastes disgusting because sake doesn't taste good. And the other ones are good flavored stuff.
That's propaganda.
Yeah. In terms of translations that are actually happening or I guess happened, Majin Tensei was released fairly recently. Please tell me one of you guys are playing it.
Not yet.
But I'll try
I plan
it soon.
to.
What platform is it on? I haven't followed that at all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
SNES.
then yeah, okay, I should be able to get into that pretty easily then.
So, although Majin Tensei 2 is a superior game, I'm really liking Majin Tensei 1. I'm like halfway through the game actually. I believe there's 56 chapters and I'm on like chapter 27 or so.
That's a very concerning number. How long is a chapter?
It seems okay, so each chapter is just a battle, so it's each battle.
Oh.
But after some battles there's a little bit of story fed to you. But it's so what I'm realizing is it's similar to another SRPG called Another Bible, which has a whole bunch of secrets, and it's really annoying actually. Because in order to get all the secrets, you have to end your turn on specific tiles, and then you'll end your turn on the right tile, and maybe that'll trigger a new character or something. For Majin Tensei, my understanding is that if you end your turn on a specific tile, you can unlock recruitment for 2 characters that you need that can help you kill this Uber boss.
That's
So it's kind of, yeah, but it's fun. The game is actually fun, and it's. I recently learned that you can speed up SNES emulation.
Yeah, that was how a lot of people played If, right? Isn't that how everyone did it?
I didn't.
No,
I did not to be somewhat authentic. I mean, I use save states. That isn't authentic. But yeah, I was highly considering doing it in the fucking sloth dungeon.
It's so I've been doing that for Majin Tensei, and I think that's how I got so far so fast.
Okay, well, your description of fun is getting a little more tenuous.
It's fun because the battles itself are cool, and the battle system is good. And there's a weird thing where you can fuse demons in the middle of a battle. So you can, if you walk one demon on top of the other, it'll offer to fuse them for you, which is really weird. But most of the fusions suck unless you know the fusions for high level demons, you know?
Oh, that's weird.
But it's a good game. And it has callbacks, or I guess there is callbacks for Majin Tensei 2, or Majin Tensei 2 callbacks this game in a lot of ways. According to translator Tom, who I've been DMing to get info.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then last on our plate of discussion topics, D2. So D2 has been changing.
Yes, yeah, they put in some interesting stuff. It's a little concerning. Like, they put in a function that allows you to level up certain high grade demons to even higher ends. Like, Trumpeter gets lower mana cost for Concentrate, so he can do that and then use like a big spell the next turn really easily, which is a little scary. So we'll have to see how that shakes out, but they're doing some interesting stuff.
You forgot how to Concentrate also breaks barriers too.
Yeah, it does barrier break, and also he'll use what is it, like a bind? He'll bind people when he uses it. It's pretty crazy.
Alice has 3 instant kills and reduced costs for death spells.
Yeah, I think very few people have maxed it out because it's pretty hard to get the resources required. But once people do, it'll start to get a little scary, I think. But we'll see.
We'll probably get a step up banner for it soon too, because we just had Alice and Yoshitsune.
Right.
Which is annoying because I don't want Alice to be more broken or to come back into the meta.
I'm sure glad I have one.
Is she already back in the meta now? I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, you see them in the higher tiers.
Yeah, she's always been around for people who are too dumb to not have Masakato, but
no, I've seen her paired with Masakato. I've seen like a weird build where it's her, Masakato, someone with high evasion.
Yeah, I mean the smart idea is you want to have any kind of instant kill you can get, except for White Rider because he's bad, and then you want to get varied damage types because if you do only magic damage, someone can build a counter team to take you out. If you do a little bit of everything, it's very difficult to build around that. You get smoked.
Yeah. What else? So How do you guys feel about the merger now that they've merged the servers and we've had some time to kind of let that simmer? What do you guys feel about it? Is there any difference?
I haven't been playing that much.
I can't really tell a difference myself, other than like I guess ratings for gems and stuff. Like the weekly gems is different, but the actual battles itself isn't that different.
I feel like now I'm only losing to Japanese teams.
PvP is a little different. It's you run into some harder competition higher up in your diamond, but it's weird. I think a lot of people just spam stamina potions and just go random because I'm getting a ton of defense successes.
Yeah,
I think people were a lot more selective when it was just the US or the West or whatever. But people just go nuts and they'll just do anything, and I get tons and tons of defenses. So I don't know.
Oh, my defense sucks though. I always lose now.
So does mine.
I mean, I'm building a good defense team, but I'm waiting for one of the OP rare demons.
Find mine. You'll see.
I need to roll something good. I'm telling you, for these free 5 stars, man. I need something good right now.
We're not going to get anything good from that. We're going to get a bunch of really garbage, like cert and stuff.
Cert is good. What are you talking about?
I paid for a special for some reason, and
common cert.
I got nothing. Like I'm heated about that.
You got trapped, dude.
That was a mistake. Never again.
I will say, so you know how they changed the way the UI looks for the customized screen on Pandemonium?
Yeah.
That I feel like the lack, or how there's like, so there's 2 pedals on the upgrade slot, and then there's one on the customized slot, which I feel like means there's going to be more options, right?
Yes.
That's what I figured.
Do we know what that is going to be? Because
I don't know.
The fusion thing, but I feel like the spirit thing was the fusion thing they mentioned now, to be honest.
It is, yeah, it is.
What about Fiend Fusion?
Oh, you're right.
That's what you said. Hello?
Oh, you did? Sorry.
Oh. your mic is still really low.
I thought you said Spirit Fusion.
Well, I think that's what I meant. I think they're the same thing. That's what they meant.
Well, Fiend Fusion was called Demon Trance in the translated TGS notes. And I think they specifically mentioned, they talked about customizing demons, but they also talked about being able to make fiends or something like that. So there was an expectation for a long time that there would be a way to somehow fuse or maybe recycle your heroes and fiends and make those otherwise unattainable ones. Like you can have like 6 White Riders maybe and turn those into fucking another fiend, Trumpeter or whatever.
This might be
this is all speculation. This is all speculation because it wasn't communicated very accurately or well or whatever.
Upgrading your fiends might be the option then, since you have nothing else to do with them.
Yeah. I mean,
it totally makes sense that they aren't making these otherwise exclusive demons easily available. Makes a lot of sense, but it will be said if there is never an option, because they could make an extremely expensive option and it would be fine for them. But they wouldn't lose money, because if someone pulls like 30 trumpeters and they want Alice, they can do that trade. They've already got that guy's money, so
I just want to summon my bellboy.
One day,
probably not.
Also, I wanted to talk about the new event, the Tokyo Democalypse. Can we discuss why it is not called Demonocalypse instead?
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
So it's essentially the same exact thing as the Bayonetta quest. Or not Bayonetta. Yeah. Is it Bayonetta? Okay.
Oh, yeah. The Dante one, you mean?
Yeah, Dante. But I think Dante's and Bayonettas were the same, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They're basically all the same. A bunch of like very easy fights, and you get like little trinkets for each one you complete, and you use that as the event currency.
Yeah, and in this one, you get imprinters, and I was hoping there would be like a cool rank reward, but it's just mag. Like, who cares? You don't even get a title. It's just mag.
No, you get titles. There's titles.
What? I don't see that in the ranking rewards.
They're there. Let me see.
I don't think it counts as a reward. I think it's like a special thing they distribute, but it's in the description on the news site.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because I got the second highest ranking title reward for Devil May Cry. I didn't get Devil May Cry, which is the main title. I wasted all my potion things and got the second highest.
I have 200 of those.
I used all mine, and I got Legendary Dark Knight.
I have 10.
Congratulations, Batman.
But this event sucks. The Advent thing, I don't like it because I don't know. So far the demons, I don't use those demons, and I don't like those demons particularly for PvP. So, and none of my PvP builds work with Yoshitsune or Alice because I use good demons.
If it wasn't all gotcha, that'd be nice, but it's not, so I don't really care.
Yeah, they definitely want to start out with that because it can encourage people to spend. But yeah, eventually they're going to start doing events for like cert and stuff that's easily accessible.
And this step up summons thing, I don't like it. I don't like the encouraging to spend. What is it like? You need. How much are you spending in total? Like 6,000.
6,000 gems to get to the end. Yeah, it's definitely a trap. But
it's not even guaranteed either. You gotta do all 5 rounds to get the energy guaranteed.
No, not even that. So with this, the old step ups, well, not old, but like last week's step ups, they had one for Yoshi and one for Alice, right? The way it worked is basically you spend 1,000 gems, just normal 10 pulls, 10 random things, and the second one is like, ooh, you get a little bit better rates, a little bit better, and the third one is a guaranteed 5-star for those ones. This one, it's only a guaranteed 4 on the third one.
No, it's
you don't get the best stuff until 6.
4 is guaranteed 4 and above.
Yeah, but the old ones I'm saying with previously, the third step was a guaranteed 5.
The third step gives you 10 though, at least.
10 what?
10 4 or 5 stars.
Yeah, but look at those rates. It's 97% 4 stars.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yeah. But before on the other one, it was 100% 5-star, which is much better odds because it's guaranteed.
Yeah, it's smarter. I mean, I think that one thing Sega does well is they hide the actual things that you need to read, which is the rates, and people don't actually click the info.
Yeah, but they don't hide it. They give you a button to go look.
They give you a button.
It's like if you don't go read those, you are a dumb person, and they deserve your money.
Why does that area take forever to load?
Because that's how they get you. They're like, oh, it's taking forever to load. I'm just going to close it.
You know what it is? This is like I don't know if this is a Japanese thing or what, but I noticed this in several different games. I noticed like Dragon Ball in this game and several others I can't remember off the top of my head. When there's like in the UI, when there's some kind of like text they need to render and they pull it from like a server and it's like updated on the back end or whatever, it sometimes just takes fucking forever to load. I don't know what is going on. Are they sending it by carrier pigeon for me from Japan? Like, why is this taking so long? It's text. I
don't know. Sega's evil, though, is the point.
Yes. I didn't get all the things I wanted, so they're evil. That's true.
Well, I do want Indraji because I want to make a whole Indian army.
I saw someone who got Indraji on the first step of the pull thing.
Yep.
Good for them.
I was mad, I'm not gonna lie.
I hope he dies.
You guys, you see what happens is every time you praise other people, you get a slightly better chance.
No, that's a scam. That's a pyramid. That's a pyramid scheme, dude.
Look, man, I paid too much to not get anything, bro. I'm heated.
Okay, wait, Glib. So, 100% transparency. I probably spent $40 on this game now because of this. The new updates made me actually spend money that I shouldn't have. So now $40 total, which is a lot to me for a game that's dumb.
Damn.
How many did you spend so far, Glib?
I'll say more than that, but not that much more.
A shameful amount.
Well, anything over 50 to me is like bad for a dumb game. Like this is a really dumb game. And the only reason I don't even know. I can't even justify spending money on this game. But $50 or 40 for me is ridiculous, and I hate myself for spending 40.
I agree. Yeah, it wasn't my best moment. I should have waited at least.
Because you know why I say that they hide it is because I don't read the rates until it's too late.
This is you're part of the problem.
This is the part.
Do better.
You think I got on Michael though. That's my healer, so it was all right.
Michael sucks.
He's all right. I changed his AI to healer, so he does decent on the outer now.
I forgot to even do that.
Yeah, I should go experiment with that. That might be fun.
I was gonna ask you guys, what do you think about these like random demons they pull out of nowhere? Like Indrajit, it's been in like what 3 or 4 out of the 60 Megaten games.
I've literally never heard of him before that announcement. I was like, what? Who?
I think he was in 4.
Really?
Was he in 4?
Huh.
I think I remember seeing his art in there.
Well, I mean, his art is like a recolor, isn't it?
It's Shiva.
Oh, maybe that was it. I don't know.
So according to the Megaten wiki, which we all agree sucks, right? SMT 1, if 9, imagine, Majin Tensei 2.
He's an if, so he's in a good video game. Okay, cool.
And DDS 2.
Oh,
he
okay.
He looks completely different in DDS 2. But I just think it's weird. The demons they choose to use and add are so they're not always popular demons, and I wonder why they always choose these obscure ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they're like saving up a bunch of really popular high demand ones to just dump on like the most exploitative possible cash grab, but I don't know.
That's why there's no Bugaboo.
Yeah, it is really weird that we got Body Conian and Maneater before, like, I don't know, dozens of other popular designs.
They have one of the top 10 demons from the poll missing.
Was who?
Moshuvu.
Oh yeah, that's super weird. And then they have like Naja, who's a made-up demon for SMT2 that's in here. And I'm like, why? I accidentally fused my Naja too.
Too bad her stats are absolutely abysmal.
I wanted to just get her to 6-star just to be like look, but
I forgot to actually get her.
I bought the Kabuso though, just in case I need it for ammo team later.
Oh yeah, I want Kabuso because I'm hoping they add more cat demons. Like I want what's his name, Mao Shogun. Like I really want that demon in here.
Oh yeah, Neko Shogun.
Yeah, Neko Shogun. Yeah, is cool. Yeah.
Sorry, it's because in the art book they call it Mao Shogun. And I also want wait, is Kate Sith in here yet? No, right?
No.
No.
Sith is, but not Kate Sith.
No one cares about Sith. It's a dumb dog.
Green dog.
Yeah, ugly to be honest.
It is an ugly dog. And when I looked up the mythological version, I was like, oh, this is not bad. But no, Kaneko needs to work on his designs.
Wow.
This is the whole man again.
Challenging the man.
So, no. Okay, I'm not going to rant about Kaneko. But okay. I do think that it's interesting that the demons they choose, and then there's like this weird... lately, it feels like there's a hard emphasis on Indian mythology, or I guess Indian is not the correct way to... But
Hindu,
yeah. I'm like all like we lost like half of our user base right now, half of the listeners because I keep calling it Indian. But these Indian demons,
classy.
I think that it's interesting because we got Pavarti, and now I'm guessing we're gonna eventually get Sati, which I have to ask. Pavarti you get from beating the final thing in the Orgate too, right?
It's a special boss you got to do.
Yeah, she's not there. She's not that high up. She's like level 10 or something.
Oh, she's one of those hard to beat bosses. Ugh.
No. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that. She's very easy to kill.
So then why did I grind up to Arcane?
Yeah, she's in Argate too, but she's like she has her special little room, I think, and you need to. I don't think. Do you need to do something? I forget. I think you need to do something to get there. I forget.
So she's not like Feng Huang then.
No, she's not a celestial fight. No, she's not one of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought she was like Feng Huan or like Baihu or whatever.
No. She's not a celestial. No, the celestial thing, like that's a reserved special little role for just them. For every 10 floors, there'll be one.
Okay.
And I guess what they're doing is every 10 floors are also adding a weird little side boss that's feasible, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Did you guys fight Sybil then or whatever?
I tried to fight Sybil, but she told me to do something else before I can fight her, and I was like, "What do I need to do?"
The secret is you need to have Attis in one of your parties.
Who's at? Oh, the Rakarmja guy.
Yeah, the enduring soul fodder that is terrible otherwise.
Ugh, I don't want to.
I have one. I just never used them, so I'm about to do it.
But I don't know. Their interesting thing are their list is kind of interesting, and I kind of am excited to see more obscure demons getting like high res models.
Yeah, so far I haven't ever been like, damn, you fucked up with this, but I have been questioning why they include certain ones. So yeah, I'm also interested in seeing where this goes.
Didn't they get rid of nipples though for Bodyconian?
I'm not able to tell you because I haven't looked closely enough at either character model to know.
Probably.
Yes, I would bet money on that though. Yes, they probably did.
I'm gonna look at Bodyconian right now.
They did.
Okay, Glib would know.
I googled it. Hello.
You put on safe search.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I have a hard time believing you Googled.
It would be funny if he instantly said, "He's like, no, they didn't."
Oh yeah, she's no nipple, but I mean, it makes sense because the dress doesn't have to be that. It's not like she has to be cold, you know.
Yeah, when you're undead, they fall off anyway, so it's probably more canonically accurate.
But if you click her details, you can see them though, so that's good.
Sweet.
Also, one of the other big things about the merge that I thought was weird is the what are they called? The ratings. Because you see the Japanese ratings and they're so wholesome. Like there's like nothing negative, no memes. It's usually just like straightforward, like being like, "Oh, this was an SMT
actual information instead of like a million Matador memes."
Yeah, and I'm just like,
cool.
Well, I mean, the 3 that I'm reading for Bodyconian right now, like none of them are particularly like, "Oh," it's more like, "Oh, she wrecked me in SMT2" or whatever, you know.
That's nice.
So it's nice. It's cool to know that the Japanese fan base are wholesome and the American fan base needs that nuke. Thorman needs the
memes were a mistake. Memes were a big mistake.
But yeah, I guess that's it for the normal podcast. Let's do questions now.
All right, question time. So we put out the call on various social media outlets, and this is what we got in return. Well, we're starting off strong. Luis Fernando writes in, anything SMT5? This is not a question. There's no question mark. So Luis, please.
Die.
Yes. Well, okay, maybe. All right. What do you guys think about anything SMT5? This is a topic we haven't addressed yet. Yeah, we haven't talked about this, I think. It's a new game. It's called SMTV, which I think is about VR, but I'm not sure. And yeah, Atlas is making it or something. What do you guys think?
It's great. I played it last week. 10 out of 10. That's about it.
I think they should make more Persona instead of doing this.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I've actually never played an SMT game. I've only looked up SMT on Wikipedia. So,
you know, I have a conspiracy theory that there's a small contingent of people that do literally exactly that.
There is, because I've
You
had
said
someone.
small. You said
That's like-
small.
Anybody
Well,
who talks.
the fan base of the entire franchise isn't very big, so
Let me tell you something, buddy. It's a little more than small, Chief.
Yeah, there's how many people are in the Megatennists subreddit? Let's look that up real quick.
all right, yeah. While you do that, I'll move on to the next question. I hope that helped. Top fan Juan Antonio Juarez Rodriguez writes in and asks, "How do magnets work?"
They just do.
Yeah, I think that there's actually some like Nobel laureates who have put a really good dissertation out. They're called the Insane Clown Posse, and they have they have a very in-depth, very helpful explanation online. So if you look up that name, it's these two guys who have horrible disease and their faces are all weird. They will be able to help you more than we will because we're not experts.
Yeah, that was a really well said response. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know a lot about magnets, but I know about information and science. So do what I can. Next question. Another top fan, Cole Arnold, writes in asking most least favorite MC design. So he's sort of asking what's the best and what's the worst in terms of main character design.
Pretty sure he means master of ceremonies, but you know,
it could mean that. There aren't a lot of rappers in these games, so I'm not sure which one he's saying. But yeah, we'll go to Glib first. Main character design. Go. Best, worst.
I don't know about best or worst, but my most favorite is Tadano from Strange Journey, and my least favorite is Surf from DDS.
Damn.
I don't like DDS designs, bro. I'm sorry.
I bet you look like a DDS
It looks
character.
so weird in 3D too. Like I can't stand it, bro. Every time I look at like Kaneko stuff in 3D, it's just so weird to me. At least it's the humans, at least.
Well, it was a long time ago. They hadn't quite gotten it. You know, it's very polygonal.
I actually think it's pretty nice, but whatever. Spider, what you?
I really like the DDS designs actually, but me, I think my least favorite are the D2 designs.
Yeah.
They
Good
do
call.
not follow the punk aesthetic or SMT or Megaten in general at all.
I forgot those existed, to be honest. Those are all bad too, right?
They don't look anything close to what you would imagine SMT or Megaten or Persona to be. And my favorite's probably Demi-Fiend because, well, yeah, I draw it all the time.
When he's naked or when he has the jackets?
Tattoos.
But the shoes.
We are not talking about the shoes, okay? I don't.
Dance shoes.
Those are like 50% of his design.
I hate the shoes, okay?
My man had JCPenney before the apocalypse.
I'm gonna for that DDS fan book, I'm going to draw the shoes.
just from the shoes up to his ankles.
I've got one with Basculus with his shoes on.
I love that. That's good. Okay, what about you, Neb? Favorite
Good
and
ass
least?
content. You know what? I really like Flynn a lot. I think he's a cool. Maybe I just like the samurai whole getup they got, the weird like blue and white. I really like that design. And someone was talking about this before. I don't know if we covered this in the podcast. It might have just been in the channels we talk on. But someone was talking about how all the different hairstyles and postures and little tiny accessories they have help the silhouette stand out. I thought that was a really cool little part of the design too. And the least favorite, I'm going to not count Dx2 because that's too easy because they are the worst. They're just literally generic anime characters that talk about SMT related stuff. I'm going to go with I don't know. I hate what Nanashi looks like. Apocalypse. I hate him.
His eyebrows are the weirdest part.
He's sort of like I think he's like sort of what people, he's like personifies what people don't like about where SMT is going, right? Like it's getting away from like edgy and, sort of almost too serious to getting a little more lighthearted and a little more anime and blah, blah, blah. And he sort of embodies that with his stupid haircut. And he's tiny. He's like 4 feet tall. He's a total twink. I don't like it.
I like his design more than the side cast, though, like Hallelujah and
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's the best of that, but he's still in dire straits, in my opinion, overall. The
band?
What?
Stop.
Sorry, the band Dire Straits. Okay,
I don't know what that is. Okay. Good try derailing this. All right, let's move on to the next question.
Yes.
At Metagen_N on Twitter writes in, hello, fellow Megatennists. Hello. What character from either mainline / Persona or spinoff series would each of you like to voice? As in, I guess, do a voiceover for? That's an interesting notion.
Yeah, I like that question.
Okay, well, you go first then, if you like it so much.
Jeez. Okay. So I guess the problem with this is that I have a pretty goofy voice, so it'd have to be like a goofy character. And let's see. So that's kind of like all the bad characters.
Yeah, like a goofy guy who likes art and he's kind of weird.
Don't do it.
We're too deep.
Who could it be?
Do it. Okay. I would love to voice Mark. There you go. I stole that from Glib.
He did. I'm kind of mad right now, but all right.
What's left for Glib? There's nothing left. Mark's the only one.
He can voice the black guy in DDS.
Oh, there's Gore.
I was gonna say Atsuro if I couldn't have him then, I guess.
What?
You don't sound like Atsuro. You sound like that,
who else is there?
bully guy.
You don't sound as annoying as he would be. You mean Devil Survivor guy?
Yeah, I mean, who else is there? I can't think of anything else. He took mine.
Go with like a low effort answer, like Holy Ghost or
I'll be that guy
Terminator.
in the shop in Strange Journey who hopes you make stuff.
Oh, you can be the gay mannequin.
Okay,
Yeah,
moving on to
dude.
the next person.
What?
Moving on, who's next?
It's Neb and Spider.
Maybe Trixie. I'd like to call people a low life for not being able to afford my services.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would like to voice any of them unless I could do it in a way that's really dumb and funny, like do an impression or something, and then it's really ill-fitting for the character, like a serious character, but you do like a walk-in impression. You're like, "Wow, what are you doing here? I don't understand."
So basically, soul hackers.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't play that one.
If you did that voice, that Christopher Walken voice for Baofu, that would be pretty good.
Sure, yeah, on like a serious character, but, or like Anubis. He's like a boss. He just starts talking like that. Like,
Beelzebub would be good.
yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. Yeah, something like that. I don't have a specific character in mind. Just a way that would make it really dumb and everyone would be mad.
I'd also want to voice Bugaboo, by the way.
Oh yeah. He's your boy.
And whimpering sounds.
2 whole words. There you go.
It's a very difficult script. Next question is from Michael Bernales. He writes in, how many hours does it take to play all of the SMT games?
Like total or just per game?
I guess he's saying in totality, because he's saying play all of. I think if he said each of, it would be specific to each one, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
The answer is 30. You play Strange Journey and then stop playing.
Yeah, that's a very what is it, Gordian knot type thinking. What is that called?
I have no idea.
I know what you're talking about. The thing where
yeah.
the guy cuts the knot and that's how he does the thing.
Yeah, it's where you can't remember what things are called, so you go to Wikipedia.
But I'm trying to think of like a way to answer this. So most of the games are under 30 hours if you include like Majin Tensei, Last Bible, Devil Children. So then if you did that time, if you did 30 times what is that? 27 or so games. That's a big
It's
number.
like 970, 30, something like that.
And then if you added the 50 plus hours for each Persona mainline game. So basically it's too much time is the answer. So what you should do is watch Let's Plays at 3 times speed. That's the answer I think I would give. Or just read it on Wikipedia.
There we go. That's what I was going to say.
I know. I was like, I'm going to steal this from them because he's annoying me today.
Damn it. I was going to riff that up, man. Fuck you.
Everyone is going to get up and clap.
The great evil has been defeated.
Yeah, that it's going to take many, many years to play all the games. It's just...
Yeah, it's a long, long time. It's a long road, and you probably shouldn't go down it. Just play the good ones.
Yeah. Especially if you play it without speeding up the emulation, which, don't do that.
I don't like doing that. It ruins the music.
It does, yeah.
But you get to play the game for less time.
So
then I just won't play the game.
The trick is, okay, so this is what I did for Majin Tensei 1. I'm playing the soundtrack, and I have the actual game on mute, and that's what I did.
Damn. That is a life hack, dude.
It's so bad though, because I'm just like, man, this song doesn't fit right here. I'm battling, and it's like playing like the title screen or whatever.
You're just playing shop music during a boss battle.
And Rag's shop in that game is annoying, by the way, because he's annoying.
He sucks. I don't like him.
Yeah, he should die.
Kill him. Lynch Rags. All right. Next person, Alex Correa writes in, what do you think next Megaten translation will be? I don't know.
I think everyone wants Devil Summoner 1.
Hope they don't do that. I mean, from my understanding, that's hard to hack too, right? So that's the problem with Eternal Punishment. So why would we want that?
Because we don't have it.
I want it to be one of the Devil Children games, Red, White, or Black Book.
Oh, those would be good too.
Yeah, the way I've been getting around it is someone is posting like the story on Tumblr, like they're translating like chapter by chapter. But I don't know. Devil Summoner makes the most sense because it'd be the most in demand. But it's a bad game, or not bad, but comparatively bad, I guess.
Yeah, I want to try out the second one because I've heard that's a big improvement over the first.
Soul Hackers?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Devil Summoner. Like Raidu.
Oh,
that's already here. Yeah, that's already here.
What's missing besides the Devil Children games and Devil Summoner and EP?
Counting Portuno. Because
we're
still missing,
Ronde.
We're still missing the PS1 SMTs.
Oh yeah,
and Persona 1 on PC also.
But that one's exactly the same as the PlayStation release. There's no difference.
Oh, there is. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I've only gotten like an hour in, but I'm assuming no difference. I'm sorry, I'm spreading lies. I don't know. Probably know there's a dance segment.
I think that's it. Besides the Devil Children games.
Gaiten Tensei, but
Gaiten? Oh. That's the one that's all together, right?
Wait, what? The one that's all together? It's the one that's on the PC, and it's like a sequel or like in the same universe as Tokyo Revelations, that bad OVA.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I mean, there's also 9, but 9's been translated but not hacked.
And that's probably not going to ever get hacked.
So I guess the answer is either Eternal Punishment, Devil Summoner, or one of the Demi-Kids. Demi-Kids makes the most sense because it's shorter and easier to do.
I'll watch someone pick up Ronde instead.
I I hope not. I saw translator Tom talk about that he's already translating it, like he's just for fun until he finds a hacker. So maybe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Tom is interesting.
Sounds like a real hero.
I hope. I mean, I hope he said that in public because I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, just let me know and I'll edit it out if he didn't, or maybe I won't anyway.
Snitch.
Moving swiftly along, Ayush Yash writes in, anyone who's actively working on Desu's translation. Now, this is fucking me up. Are they talking about what is this? What is Desu's translation?
Devil Summoner.
Yeah. There is someone working on it, though, if I recall correctly. Or am I confusing that?
I thought that's what we were talking about a couple minutes earlier, and I got confused.
No, yeah, that is what we're talking about. I could have swore someone said that they were working on it. Yeah, the same guy who's doing the Eternal Punishment.
So never, okay.
So back in 2015, CJ Iwakura, who's longtime fan, he's actually one of the people that got to ask Kaneko a question in the SMT Nocturne strategy guide. But he said that Esper Knight is working on the translation in 2015. So we're going to get that pretty soon.
Any day now.
This is so weird. I actually never... Does Esper Knight have a website? I don't think they do. But that answers the question.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, they haven't used Twitter since 2017 or so.
All right. Well, that was the last question. I don't have anything else. Do you guys have anything else for this episode?
I can't say that I do.
Let's try to keep Glib up so he can't go to work tomorrow.
Please don't.
Who wants to be responsible?
Yeah, let's start a live playthrough of Majin Tensei action. Now we think about it.
The last episode, I went to bed at like 3. It was not a good deal.
What time is it right now for you?
About to be 2.
Yeah, almost.
Oh.
I did want to talk about Aegis Rim a little bit, though.
I mean, we're about to wrap up, right? It's fine.
Aegis Rim is...
As long as we finish before 2, I'm good.
We got 13 minutes. Spider, you can talk about Aegis Rim. You'll be more succinct.
I don't actually know much about it other than the release date.
And
that they canceled the Vita port.
Yeah. Which makes sense because I learned about the Vita port or the Vita situation is that there was only a certain number of like blank Vita cartridges left, and all the companies that had already planned to release a Vita game, like they all scrambled to buy as many of them as possible. With that company, Limited Run Games kind of like buying the most of it. So that's probably why we're not getting the Vita port or at all. And that could explain the Catherine Vita port situation too. Just they're not able to buy the Vita cartridges anymore because they're all bought up by everyone who could have bought them.
Oh, that makes sense. Huh.
Yeah, I was like really sad, but it makes sense.
I thought it would have been like a development issue or something like that, but nope, just demand.
Yeah, so this is like crazy, but there's Vita games releasing all the way up until I believe 2021, or maybe just late 2020. And yeah, the people that are planning those releases already have the remaining Vita cartridges that you could buy. So there's that. I actually don't know.
Zombie handheld.
What?
It's a zombie handheld.
You know,
It'll
that's
never die.
the Switch. Switch is for
Whoa. The Switch is more dead than the Vita.
Yes,
that's a hot take.
I mean, when you're
the port machine.
Yeah, let's. I want to complain about Vita being or the Switch being a port machine, and no one complains. But when the Switch is wow, I'm like really messing up. But when the Vita was a port machine, everyone complained. But now that the Switch is doing it, everyone's like, man, there's so many games on the Switch. I could play all the games at worse frame rates, and it'll be so
Switch at least
fun.
has 2 games. The Vita has 0.
It has Persona 4G, Persona 1,
Oh,
Persona 2.
So it has 0.
Google it.
So it has 0.
I actually just Google it. It does say the PS Vita has no games. I just checked.
How do I? Okay, I'm gonna Google how to kill 2 people at once. Anyway, that's it for today's podcast. Thanks for coming out. I've been LaRue, and that's Neb. I spoke for him.
That's me. That's who I am.
Also, there's Glib
Goodbye.
and Spider.
Goodbye.
We're gonna go to bed. Bye, guys.
Yep. See you later.